Welcome to latest News Blaster. The world of faith and inspiration has been shaken by another heartbreaking turn of events. Just days after the passing of President Russell M. Nelson, the beloved leader of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, his devoted wife, Sister Wendy Nelson, has been rushed to the hospital in what sources describe as a sudden health emergency. The news has sent shockwaves through the community, leaving millions of faithful followers around the world praying for her recovery. For many, Russell and Wendy Nelson were more than spiritual icons. They were symbols of love, resilience, and devotion. Their partnership stood as a testament to faith, commitment, and the power of divine purpose. Now, with President Nelson's passing and Wendy's sudden health crisis, the world is once again reminded of how fragile life can be, even for those who seem closest to heaven. A love story that inspired millions. Russell Marion Nelson, who passed away at the remarkable age of 100, had lived a life filled with purpose and faith. As the 17th president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he was revered not only as a leader, but as a man of compassion, intellect, and grace. Behind his unwavering strength stood Sister Wendy Watson Nelson, his beloved companion and confidant for nearly 2 decades. Their story began long before they ever met. A story of 2 individuals who walked separate paths of service, only to find each other at the perfect time. Wendy, a respected marriage and family therapist, author, and former BYU professor, was admired for her intellect and deep spiritual understanding. When she married President Nelson in 2006, she not only became a supportive spouse, but a powerful spiritual influence in her own right. Together, they became one of the most respected couples in religious history, traveling across continents, addressing millions of followers, and spreading messages of peace, love, and eternal perspective. Their partnership symbolized unity and faith in its purest form. So when news broke that Russell M. Nelson had passed away peacefully in his Salt Lake City home, the loss was not only personal, but profoundly spiritual for millions. Yet few could have imagined that only days later, Sister Wendy herself would fall gravely ill. The moment everything changed. According to close family sources, Sister Wendy was found unresponsive early in the morning, just a week after President Nelson's funeral service. She had reportedly been struggling with exhaustion and emotional distress since her husband's passing, something many could easily understand. She was heartbroken, one close associate shared quietly. President Nelson wasn't just her husband, he was her soulmate, her spiritual companion, and her reason for joy. She had been holding up strong during public appearances, but behind the scenes, the grief was overwhelming. Emergency services were reportedly called to her home around 6:30 a.m. Paramedics immediately transported her to a nearby hospital for emergency evaluation. While officials have not released an official statement regarding her condition, several close friends confirmed that she is currently under observation and receiving treatment. A global outpouring of prayers. As soon as the news surfaced, social media platforms filled with messages of love, support, and heartfelt prayers. Members of the Latter-day Saint community across the globe began organizing vigils and prayer circles in Sister Wendy's name. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram overflowed with emotional tributes. She gave us so much light. Please, God, bring healing to Sister Wendy. She has already endured so much. President Nelson's passing was already hard to bear. We can't lose Sister Wendy too. The church headquarters in Salt Lake City has remained respectfully quiet, only issuing a brief statement, acknowledging the reports and asking for privacy. Sister Wendy Nelson is currently under medical care following a recent health incident. The family appreciates the prayers and kind thoughts extended by members and friends around the world. The weight of grief. Those close to the Nelson family have spoken openly about how deeply Sister Wendy was affected by her husband's passing. After all, Russell and Wendy shared not only a marriage but a ministry. Their lives were intertwined with a sacred purpose, traveling, teaching, and serving side by side for nearly 20 years. She poured her soul into supporting him, said one church historian. Her entire rhythm of life was built around his calling. When he left this world, it wasn't just a loss, it was the silence after a symphony. Wendy was known for her unwavering optimism and spiritual insight. She often spoke at women's conferences and devotionals, reminding others to trust the Lord's timing. Ironically, her own words now echo with deep poignancy, as millions pray for her strength to endure the unthinkable. Life without her eternal companion. Memories that live forever. The love between Russell and Wendy Nelson was beautifully evident to anyone who saw them together. Even in their public appearances, their affection was quiet yet unmistakable. The shared smiles, the way she held his arm, the tenderness in his voice when he mentioned her. At the 2023 General Conference, President Nelson spoke lovingly about his wife. "Wendy has been my greatest blessing on this earth. Her faith, her patience, her brilliance. She lifts me daily." Those words now serve as a bittersweet reminder of a love that transcended time and mortality. Their marriage, founded on faith and service, showed the world that true love is not about perfection, but about purpose. Wendy often said, "Marriage is not about finding someone to live with, it's about finding someone you can't live without." Today, those words cut deeply for anyone who admired their bond. Inside the hospital, what we know so far. While hospital officials have not confirmed the exact nature of Sister Wendy's condition, sources close to the family have indicated that she is being monitored closely for complications related to stress and fatigue. Doctors reportedly described her condition as serious but stable. Visitors have been limited, and the family has requested privacy during this critical time. According to one church insider, President Nelson's children and grandchildren have been taking turns by her bedside, offering prayers, reading scriptures, and playing quiet hymns that the couple used to love. "She still opens her eyes occasionally," the source said softly. "She's weak, but she's fighting. Wendy is a woman of immense faith. If anyone can endure this, it's her." The power of faith amid suffering. To those who knew Wendy Nelson personally, her current struggle represents the very essence of human fragility and spiritual strength. She has always preached resilience, trust, and unwavering devotion to God's plan. Her own words from a 2019 devotional now feel prophetic. "There will come moments when the Lord asks us to bear the unbearable. Those are the moments when heaven is closest." Now, as she faces her most personal trial, millions around the world cling to those very teachings for hope. Church members across the globe are holding virtual prayer chains and fasting together, seeking divine intervention for her recovery. In one particularly moving scene outside the Salt Lake Temple, hundreds gathered with candles, softly singing hymns dedicated to the Nelsons. Many wept openly, holding hands and comforting each other as the reality of their beloved leader's loss and his wife's suffering settled in. A legacy that will never fade. Whether or not Sister Wendy recovers fully, one thing is certain: the legacy she and her husband built will never fade. Together, they inspired millions to seek spiritual growth, strengthen families, and live with purpose. Their books, speeches, and teachings have become spiritual anchors for countless individuals around the world. From young couples finding guidance in Wendy's writings on marriage, to older generations finding peace in President Nelson's sermons, their combined influence is immeasurable. Even now, social media pages are flooded with people sharing how the Nelsons personally touched their lives. "They taught me how to love more deeply and serve more selflessly. Their faith helped me survive my darkest days." These messages reflect not only admiration, but deep gratitude. The world holds its breath. As the days pass, and the world waits for updates on Sister Wendy's condition, one thing unites everyone: prayer. From Utah to Africa, from South America to Asia, Latter-day Saints and admirers alike are lighting candles, organizing vigils, and sending blessings her way. Faith leaders from various denominations have also expressed their solidarity, calling Sister Wendy a beacon of spiritual strength and grace. While the outcome remains uncertain, the love and compassion being shown is a powerful reminder that humanity can unite in empathy, no matter the boundaries of faith or culture. A final reflection: love beyond the veil. As the story unfolds, many can't help but reflect on the eternal love between Russell and Wendy Nelson, a love that even in separation seems to transcend mortality. Some close friends believe that Sister Wendy's sudden illness stems from a broken heart, the physical manifestation of losing the person she shared her soul with. Sometimes love is so powerful that the body simply can't contain the loss, one friend said tearfully. Whatever happens, Sister Wendy's legacy will continue to live in the hearts of millions. Her teachings, her devotion, and her love will remain timeless, just like her husband's. In a world often filled with chaos and pain, the Nelson story stands as a reminder of what truly matters: faith, love, and the hope of eternal reunion. Conclusion. The news of Wendy Nelson's hospitalization following President Russell M. Nelson's death has cast a shadow of sorrow over the global faith community. Yet, within that sorrow, lies an undeniable strength, the same strength that the Nelsons lived and taught throughout their lives. As the world prays for Sister Wendy's recovery, one message echoes louder than ever: love never dies. Their story, though marked by tragedy, remains a testimony of enduring faith and unshakable devotion, both to God and to each other. And in that truth, perhaps we find the greatest comfort of all.